There you go. I'm live, and I'm not gonna talk much. Let me see. Uh, Adjust this over here a little bit, and let me get a paper towel. I'll clean it a little bit. I mean, I wiped it down, but I want to actually use some Armor wipes. And I got some deoxylaser film on this one. That's the problem with this one. The deoxit. Yeah, filthy. Look at that. See that? And then let me wipe it over here. I think that'll do. Yeah. Ugh. All right. Let me turn it on. I forgot how much I paid for this. Let me see. Let me look it up in the meanwhile. Let me put the plug over here. Let me fix these cords. I'm gonna have to go to eBay. eBay. Uh, yeah, eBay. Let me see how much I paid for this. I have to go back in time for this one. What year was that? I'm gonna say 2018, maybe. Let me see. Was it 2018? No, I don't think it was 2018. 2018. Yeah, it's gonna be wow. I have 3 pages of radios. When did I buy that radio? DX100. Okay. Wow. I'm going back in time on this one. So the World Star, I paid $47. Okay, that's the one that's. So this one gotta be there on my. No, it's not here. This was 2018, 2018. All right, so let me go to 2017. In 2017. Okay, let me go to 2019. Maybe it was 2019 when I bought this radio. Excuse me. I'm going back and I'm looking at my old eBay orders. Oh yeah, so wow, not 2019. Maybe it was 2020. Unless I got this from Craigslist. I need to look at my video. Let me check here. 2020. I think this was a Craigslist. I have to look at my video. If I don't see it here. Yeah, I think this was. Oh yeah, yeah. I think this was a Craigslist. No, this is old. I had this for a few years, but I'm trying to find out. Let me go to my YouTube library and I'll tell you when I got this radio. Let me see. Let me do a search on my channel. Let me put Rhapsody RY-610. Let me see when I got. I'm trying to remember exactly when. Uh, Let me see. I didn't. Did I make a video on it? I didn't make a video on this unboxing or anything back then, did I? Let me see. Recent eBay purchases? No. Uh, When did I? Oh, it's right here. So it was 7 years ago. Okay. Okay, so I bought this one with the Sony ICF 5900. Yeah, this is the remember I was talking about that guy that passed away? That his widow sold me the Sony, and I also bought this one. So I bought the Sony ICF 2900 for $25, and then I bought this one for $25. The video's right here. Let me mute that. Yeah, yeah. So this is the one, Amy. That's her name, Amy. It was on Craigslist. It was a Craigslist seller. Her name is Amy. Her husband had passed away. She's a widow. So she was selling the Sony ICF 5900W, which is a very good radio. And she sold it to me for $25. And she had this radio also. And I gave her $25 for this radio. I took them both for $50. And I think she also, let me see if I remember. Let me see what else I think I got with that. Uh, yeah, so she also gave me a Sony, like a Walkman, but it's a recorder and a player. It's before the Sony Walkman. And she also gave me the Realistic Pocket Vision 24 portable color TV. It's a small one. And then this is the video right here, actually. So this is the video. It says a 2017. And then these are the stuff. And then that's that was his flyer. He had a show on WFUV. Gene Galea, that's his name. So yeah, so let me stop that. Yeah, so I paid $25 for this radio. 25. You can get these on eBay about $30, $35. I've seen them around $30. They have several brands of this radio. Let me go back here. As you can see, this one is a branded Rhapsody. Rhapsody. Okay. But there are many brands. I believe even Radio Shack made one of these models. If I remember, Radio Shack made a model just like this. There's a few brands of this radio. There's another one called Venturer or something. So there's several brands of this radio. There's quite a few brands in this radio. Yeah, Radio Shack sold it as the SW100. Exactly. Hello, Onslaught MP. Hello, and I'm just gonna say newer ham radio Elmer. Yeah, crazy brother, crazy Danny brother. Yeah. So yeah, so I just wanted to. I'm gonna do a little band scan on it. Um, I'm in the basement. So the whip is not gonna work. So I hooked up mine to external antenna to right there to the end fat. So that's the end fat. Okay. So that is my setup here. I have to use the external antenna because there's too much noise in here. This radio is very susceptible to noise. It's not a high quality radio. These radios were built by many brands. They were not very, super expensive. Of course, this one has the medium wave ferrite. Yeah, and the whip Works well on FM, but on shortwave, and if you're outside, it works okay. But if you're indoors, you need the external, especially nowadays. Of course, this has CB band, AM band, of course, medium wave. The CB band, so you see channel 1, and then all the way to channel 40, 40 CB channels. Shortwave 1, so it goes from 4 megahertz up to 6 megahertz on shortwave 1. Excuse me. On shortwave 2, from 7 to 12 megahertz. Okay. And then you got the VHF, the TV bands. So you see, you got TV 1, so channel 2 to channel 6 television. And then TV 2 is from channel 7 up to channel 13. So these are VHF. So VHF, so VHF high and low, VHF low and high. It has the air band, 108 up to 135. You know, we know the air band. You know, so that's air bands. So you want to sit to the planes, you know, and then the weather band is right here between. You know, we already know it's 162 point 400 up to 162 point, I think 550. I forgot the number. I don't know. Police band is, of course, back then 145 to 175 megahertz. But of course, we know that doesn't work anymore. Although Yonkers Police is on that frequency range, but they're encrypted. They're encrypted. So, okay. And of course, you got your band selector right here. I sprayed some deoxin earlier. You got your tuning. You got your fine tuning. This is helpful for the crowded bands like shortwave. You want to fine tune on shortwave. And then you have your connectors right here. You have your earphone connector, your antenna jack. Oh, they're all 3.5 millimeter antenna jack. You have a microphone jack because this has PA. You can switch it to a PA, public address. Okay, PA. So you can hook up a microphone to this, and you can use this as a PA system. A lot of these radios have the PA thing. Okay. And of course, you got your AFC for your FM. You got your volume and your tone. And that's pretty much it. Nothing else. On the back side, I have it plugged in. So let me turn around without knocking everything over. So the back side, you have your AC DC switch. This comes with a built-in AC switch. Yeah, when I want to practice being a DJ. Of course, this plug is from in here, and I have it plugged over there, as you can see. So this plug, it does come with the plug already in there. It takes, is it 4D batteries? I can't tell. Looks like 4D batteries. And then you have your DC, okay, AC DC switch. So if you want to use DC, you can. And there you go. And you have this antenna up here. You have this antenna right here. And of course, it has this like this fake leather, this upholstery looking leathery thingy. Okay. Then we're going to switch it around. Nothing on the side here. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And of course, over here, you got your plastic and your leathery thing. And you have handles here. Okay, you got a couple of handles right there, and that's it. There's no carrying handle. Yeah, there you go. Evil Kitty of Doom. Thank you. Venture. That's another brand that this one has. There's another brand that they is Venturer, and Radio Shack makes it too. There's a couple of them. There's quite a few of them actually. So yeah, Venturer is another brand that this one is branded under. And you can get these on eBay. Prices range. I seen them, you know. Of course, people pick these up on garage sales for like nothing. You know, whatever. I got this one for $25 from a Craigslist seller. All right, so we're gonna power it up. I'm gonna tune a little bit of the bands. I got mine hooked up to an external, like I said. So yeah, there's another one that has cassette. That's another model. This is the 610 exactly. The 611 is the one with the cassette. Yeah, there's the other one with cassette. Absolutely. Yeah. All right, so let me just power it up. Let me lower the volume here, and let's turn it on. And I'm on the shortwave band, so oh, sorry, I got the tone. Oh, so let me put the tone like in the middle. Okay. So I'm starting on the top of the shortwave band. I may not know all of them, so please don't. If you know the station, great. But of course, this is analog, so there's no digital displays or nothing. So I may not recognize the station right away. Just at the very top.
Ținut legătura și pentru Ana Maria cu această limbă română, pentru că vorbeați această în limba strămoșilor, ca să zic așa. Da, și chiar că această aveam, scrieram, deci începea de face, vorbească a măsură apropiat de vârstă, că la mămică. Și atunci când au început ele două să comunice, după ce puteau comunica online, să scrie, să se mesaje și cum am învățat foarte mult așa să scrie. Cu Radio România și cu localnică din România de la un punct încolo. Da, așa este.
I believe this Radio Romania.
Și atunci, da, iarăși a fost o comunicare în limba română care a avut foarte mult. Și a fost și o mare putere de convingere din partea ei, pentru că pe el l-a atras cumva în Germania, unde au petrecut împreună 4 ani și iată că anul trecut au revenit amândoi acasă. Așa este. Da, au și lucrat împreună și au fost au relație mai apropiat și atunci când am întors.
Evil Kitty of Doom, I have this hooked up to an end-fed antenna outside my yard. It's about 80 feet of wire to a 64 to 1 onion. And I have it hooked up right there, and it goes to the switch right there. I'm sorry, let me just go like that. Okay, and that wire, I have it switched to that's the end fed coming from the yard. So yeah, it's a pretty good antenna, the end fed. Yeah, yeah, I can't use the whip antenna inside because it's too noisy, and you won't get that signal. So I'm using the end fed as my external antenna. So this is Radio Romania. Hello, Ham Radio N2FET.
La fel, poate oportunitățile de muncă sau de ceea ce își doresc să facă.
And of course, this radio has no single sideband, so only shortwave broadcast bands, as you see. Okay, so there is no single sideband, so Can I listen to utilities or amateur radio or anything like that?
Români care se întorc pe meleagurile natale ca doamna Ana Maria Boda. Vom mai deșira noi din poveste și interprété comme une réaction de l'Église locale de Moldavie face au progrès du protestantisme sous sa forme antisémitaire.
All right. Take care and good luck on your test.
Che la più fréquentée située à la frontière avec la Pologne, se trouvait sous l'influence du catholicisme militant du prince et les dirigeants religieux moldaves ont l'art comme moyen de protéger leur peuple de l'influence pernicieuse de l'Église. Les peintures représentant les conciles œcuméniques apparaissent généralement dans les églises monastiques et rarement dans les autres. Mais quels personnages ont été représentés par les peintres de l'époque au sein de ces conciles? On y voit des évêques, des empereurs et impératrices, des gardes, des serviteurs, mais aussi des hérétiques. La plus ancienne représentation des conciles se trouve dans une église de l'évêché de Rhapsody. La peinture actuelle ne conserve que la représentation du premier concile, alors que tous y avaient été immortalisés à l'époque. Sur l'église Saint-Nicolas de Botochane, fondée en 1497 comme église voïvodale, 3 conciles ont été représentés. À Botochane également, dans le détail d'une composition plus importante, l'on peut identifier la représentation du 4e concile, celui de Chalcédoine, de 451, dans les églises du village d'Arles. Îți spunem bună ziua în limba ta. Îți dezvăluim România în limba ta. Radio România Internațional. Aproape totul despre România.
Radio Romania.
Doamna Ana Maria Boda, după 23 de ani de Spania și Germania, înapoi în țara natală, din care a plecat înainte de majorat.
Doesn't this bring you back in time? Manual tuning and all that? Fine tuning? This is the way we used to do it back in the days. Gotta be busy. And the drift.
Anna Maria juste dans la station formelle publique de Taille pour l'année.
Depuis l'Empire romain attire les touristes et les voyageurs en Côte-d'Ivoire. C'est au XIXe siècle que la station atteint son apogée, devenant le lieu de l'Empire autrichien. Il y a des figures impériales telles que l'empereur II, ainsi que François Joseph et l'impératrice Élisabeth, dont les journal intime témoignent de la fascination qu'exerçait cet endroit. En 1852, l'empereur d'Autriche qualifiait l'Irlande de plus belle station du continent. Aujourd'hui, la station française est exceptionnelle, avec des vestiges romains, notamment les thermes antiques et des bâtiments patrimoniaux datant de l'ère néoclassique de la Franciscaine. Ces éléments confèrent à un charme particulier, faisant d'elle un véritable trésor du tourisme culturel. Malgré les défis tels que la dégradation de ce domaine.
It does work. It's just I think because of the end fed, and this is not really a strong signal, but it does work. I know AM it works fine, especially when I rotate the ferrite. But on shortwave, I don't know. I haven't noticed it.
Que pour ses ressources naturelles.
Noise. I can't get WWE. Yeah, remember also conditions are not that good today. It haven't been that way in the last few days. So hey, I'm very impressed that this radio, old radio, can still pick up anything. The AM bar doesn't do anything. Not on shortwave.
You know that this was primarily written about Yahweh's divorce of the two northern tribes of Israel. And he would sit them amongst the nations. He wouldn't be left amongst the nations forever. He would eventually gather them back together. He would become one stick in his hand with the stick of Judah. Stick of Israel would become with the stick of Judah. We believe in that, hopefully. It says this because they went after other gods and committed spiritual fornication, that he would expose her shame in the sight of her lovers, and nobody would be there to rescue her from his hands. Verse 11, he says, I will put an end to all of her celebrations. Her feasts, that's the annual, yearly. New moons, that's the monthly. Sabbaths, that's the weekly. All her festivals. Now, notice this is a punishment. I think my brother and I were talking about this, and maybe brother Shane. It's Shane for Sean. Shane. I'll get that right. Like the movie. Oh, that's me. Okay. This is a punishment. When Yahweh takes away Sabbaths and new moons from Israel, it's a punishment. Some people in Christianity actually teach this to say that we wouldn't always have to keep these days. They say, well, he would take them away once through all of this, we're going to have a lot of discussion about the Sabbath today, but I don't know who I'm talking about. I don't know where you're at in your life with the Father individually. So I think that this is laying the framework and the foundation for what we're going to discuss. A lot of discussion through it and get a lot of misunderstanding by going through this text. 2 Kings 4 verse 18. The child grew and one day went out to his father, and the harvester suddenly he complained to his father, my head, my head. So this is a father and a son. The son has grown up to at least the age where he's out working in the field, and he starts complaining about his head.
Universal time. 1 hour, 34 minutes. donné 1 heure, donc 1 hour, 35 minutes.
Hello, Greg Smith. Hello, Rav Binder. Hello. CHU 7 megahertz from Canada. Time signal.
Palestinians killed in Gaza. For the 100 pages, the age listed of the dead body is 5 years old or younger. The first 100 pages, over 5,000 names. The age of the victim is listed as 5 years old or younger. The first 8 pages. The age has less than 1 year. Now, word is out. The United States of America has a real rift going on with the government of Israel.
Yeah, 7490 WBCQ.
Was the reason that when President Trump traveled to the Middle East last week, he did not stop in Israel. He went to Saudi Arabia. Cordiales conversaciones, se lee en el comunicado. En la Secretaría de Estado se renovó la satisfacción por las buenas relaciones bilaterales y se hizo hincapié en la colaboración entre la Iglesia y el Estado, así como en algunas cuestiones de especial relevancia para la vida eclesial y la libertad religiosa. Entre los temas que también se trataron figuran la actualidad internacional, expresando el deseo de que en las zonas de conflicto se respete el derecho humanitario y el derecho internacional y se alcance una solución negociada entre las partes implicadas. Además, recordamos que el vicepresidente Vance se había reunido en privado el 20 de abril en la Casa Santa Marta con el Papa Francisco, con quien había intercambiado un saludo por el día de Pascua. Antes había mantenido una conversación con el
James Foggy, WRMI, you said?
en la que se reafirmó el compromiso común de
Doug, my neighbors love it when I play CHU. Oh, when you play CHU, can't have the window up. Cool. Yeah, it is a nice sound. It's nice to hear.
Y este domingo desde el altar frente a la Basílica de San Pedro.
Yeah, it's a little off. There is some slippage. I do have some slippage. So I didn't know the slippage.
Antes de rezar la oración mariana del Reina Cheli, el Papa mencionó a Myanmar, donde nuevas hostilidades han cegado.
I haven't said that word in a long time because I've been using so many digital radios. Slippage.
Han llegado a Roma desde todo el mundo para su jubileo. A ellos les agradeció.
That's a word you don't hear too often anymore.
De la piedad popular. Finalmente, el Papa León encomendó su ministerio petrino a María Santísima. Desde la barca de Pedro dijo, miramos a ella, estrella del mar, madre del buen consejo, como signo de esperanza e imploramos su intercesión por el don de la paz. Escuchemos al Papa León XIV. Al final de esta celebración,
had slippage in 20 years. FTA. Of course, this has no single sideband, but so that's 70, 74, 74 kilohertz. FTA, of course, I have no single sidebands, but that's FTA. So there you go, FTA. Now, of course, the the dial, it covers both shortwave 1 and 2, so they're both on the same thing. So I don't have to switch. All right, there you go. Doug, I believe that was is it RTTY? Or yeah, probably RTTY or something like that. I forgot.
Show up again down the road. It's a conversation about what makes a good friend. So tell me about the buffer time.
Oh yeah, yeah. Thank you, James. Stag, yeah, stagnant, whatever. Yeah, exactly. Thank you. Correction, James. Thank you. I believe this is CFRX. CFRX, Toronto. Yeah, it sounds like CFRX. 6070 out of Toronto.
Over traffic. New problem northbound on the 427. Look at the lane now. The forward vehicle is blocked with the HOV, but we still have the westbound 407 momentum north is closed because of the collision. You can either exit as here on Ontario or Mississauga Road instead. The westbound 401 very slow from turnout.
There you go, CFRX. They're talking about the traffic right now.
Eastbound Governor through Jameson.
Mike Lowe here with a quick question. Have you noticed mold, mildew, growing walls, or water in your basement? I hope not, but if you have, your basement is
So 1010 Toronto, they just said it. So that's good. Hey, that's good that this radio pick up CFRX. with the end fed. That's very good. That's a very it's a low power station. And his radio picked it up. That's good.
Canada's number one newscast. National news with Omar Shakira. Weeknights at
discomfort only gets worse as the weather energy bill.
All right, there you go.
With so many businesses caught off guard by the storm, Reed Waste Management has never been busier. What became of the business happened to Bandscan? Only 2/3 of businesses aren't prepared for an emergency, and 40% of businesses that experience a disaster never recover. Make an emergency plan now before it's too late. For a free online tool that helps you develop an emergency plan to keep your business up and running should disaster strike, visit dannyshortwave.com/Shortwave. The American Red Cross.
There you go. Thank you, James. 5950 WRMI.
As I come to the radio world, I do it quite often during data. As you people, maybe you're listening to me on a station that's on for 30 minutes or for an hour, but most of them are on for many hours.
Of course, this video has no single sideband, so
You ate the warmer soup. Do not rip the fat and the food with endurance you want what you can get out of it. Personal gain. You heard me say in the past, people just buy fire insurance. But in order to know the will of the Lord, you got to know the word. You got to understand his mindset and his political system, and his that is obeying what his promise. And that is security in your actions because you use those sets of rules to guide you and it provides feature security. His best work in our lives. The following treatment may attempt you to be silent, still, and long-suffering. A bar of iron was $1. When one of the horseshoes is worth $2. It's made into a needle, it's worth $7. If it's a penknife blade, it's worth $60. If it's a spray soap washes, it's worth $50,000. What a beating the poor bar must undergo to be worth this. But the more it is manipulated, the more it is hammered and cast to the fire and beaten, hardened and polished, the greater its value. And ourselves, those who suffer most, are capable of yielding most, and are so pain that God is getting the most out of us for His glory and the blessing of others. It will be all right someday. We shall see it and be satisfied. Yes, Father, we would like to be what springs. Take no heed of our cry, and sometimes we forget ourselves and say, how long? John Mr. Murphy and his morning devotionals, one of his devotionals,
Yeah, 4840.
I thought it might speak to you.
No, it's really trying to,
Encouragement to help us through the day.
all right. Let me switch to the let me try CB band real quick. It's probably gonna be nothing on CB band, but let me try it. Nothing on the CB band. All right. Let's try the air band. Let me try the air band, weather band. These three down here. Right here, see? Let's try that one. Although I have an end fed, but the whip is not going to work in here. So you know what? I'm going to tune and see what happens. Nothing. All right, air band. All right, nothing there. TV2. All right, TV1. And then let me see, TV1 is over here. And let me skip. Let me skip real quick over here because I don't want to go over FM yet. So I'm going to go to TV1. I'm going to start with channel 2, and then I'm going to work down, and then I'm FM. So it's all together. So. All right. Now we got to the bottom portion of the FM band. So it's going to be FM. Of course, I'm using end fed, so it's not the best FM antenna.
Why we fight, why this is why when we die So come to me now. Lay your arms around me.
Oh no, this FM. I'm using external. Yeah, of course I got the whip here, but I got the whip closed. I'm using the I'm still using the end fed. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm still gonna use the end fed because I'm gonna do after that I'm gonna do a medium wave. So
Fordham University, on air, online,
I'll get the strong
always
signals.
commercial free.
Between Russia and Ukraine. $1 million renovation plan for the home of the U.S.
All right.
Says military increases tonight a lower around 15. Tomorrow, highs 59. Channel 1. What you say, what you say, From the Top Dog Law Studios, Top Dog gets you top dollar. Number one for throwbacks. We are 94.7 The Block. New York. Onto us, the Air One family, the Air One listeners, to make it happen. It's been here because of you. Areas are coming in for the very first time. Darlene, she just said, I just found y'all 2 weeks ago. Atlanta joining in fresh. Los Angeles joining in fresh. You have a chance to be part of Kingdom. Call the next time that he sees. Oh, you know it won't be on me. No, not on me. I'm Marco Belletti. That's all the play-by-play with Susan Waldman and Dave Sims on the home of Yankees Radio, The Fan. Little Ja Rule on the Fan, Keith McPherson on the Fan. It just made me think of the Yes Network put a video out about, like, you know, asking fans of the Subway Series, like, what song makes you think about New York the most? And multiple fans were like, New York by Jadakiss. I'm from New York by Jadakiss. I'm like, damn. And they're putting up the album artwork and it's Ja Rule's face. I'm like, Ja Rule snubbed. Jadakiss killed him on his own record.
All right. Go to medium wave. Let me start at the top of the band here, medium wave.
El domingo la vuelta decisiva de las elecciones presidenciales. Matemático de 55 años que se lanzó a la escena pública luchando contra la mafia inmobiliaria que desfiguraba arquitectónicamente Bucarest, será el próximo presidente de Rumanía. El domingo, en la segunda vuelta de las elecciones para el máximo cargo, consiguió, gracias a una nueva
Yeah, that's a harmonic.
Simeón tras la primera vuelta y vencerle por más de 400.
That sounds like a harmonic. Let me disconnect the external. So I'm gonna go with the ferrite. Let me close this whip. Yeah, that's a harmonic. I figured that out. Because there is no Radio Romania. Sound like Radio Romanian. That's a harmonic. Okay. So let's try that again. So let me go up here a little bit. It's getting there. Hear that now? Yeah. What's that? Let me see. Let me try something with external. It should work on AM too, but let me see. All right. I took out the external. Yeah, definitely the external is helping out. Yeah, I don't know if it's 1190 or it's a harmonic, but they do play music 1190. But until I get a station ID, I won't know. So I'll come back to that.
And so actually at the end of Trump's presidency in 2020, Trump had declared something similar called deferred enforced departure for Venezuelans. But what Biden did was he changed that to temporary protected status. And he said that about 350,000 Venezuelans could stay. To New Jersey is going to have two lanes knocked out. Nothing official on which lanes just yet, but you will have it out there. Trust me.
Yeah. Okay.
We do have some road work that just went in, so now the delays are kicking in. Lincoln and Holland Tunnel. Southbound Holland, you need 15 minutes heading back to New Jersey. There'll be some road work in the outbound Holland.
Yeah, there's a lot of noise in here for the medium wave, but
Street up to the Prospect is slow. And we have more
it seems the external is actually doing a better job.
heading up to the Brooklyn Bridge. The usual stuff westbound as well by Flushing Avenue. The FDR is busy. Northbound from 34th Street up to the 59th Street Bridge, and southbound looks like we have a stall right around 72nd Street, right before you get to the 59th Street Bridge.
Because I got a 55-inch right in front of me.
Andre Farrell, 10-10 wins on 92.30.
Above. There you go, see? So that's another reason. And this radio is very, susceptible to. So definitely it's not helping.
Increasing clouds in the afternoon, high 69. It does become mostly cloudy.
In the prior Trump administration,
Yeah.
Small number of people that are turned out to say that
Okay, whatever. I disconnected it. Let me see.
great promotional giveaway. It's Yogi Berra U.S. Navy bobblehead night. Presented by State Farm. 18,000 guests will receive a Yogi Berra U.S. Navy bobblehead. For tickets, log on to Yankees.com/tickets. Again, don't miss Yogi Berra U.S. Navy bobblehead night. Presented by State Farm. When the Yankees face the Red Sox on Friday, June 6th. Been convicted of a crime? Have an old criminal conviction still hanging around your neck? Recent changes in the law. After it expires. Now, they do say that this order doesn't apply to the.
Yeah, so the external was overloading the radio. Yeah, I'm using the fire. I'm using the fire right now.
What the ruling today says is when you're.
But I have a lot of noise in here.
The Supreme Court has an order in place. Applications. Don't wait. Let the expungement firm seal your conviction. Clean your slate. Give you a. Indeed. Friends, don't
Don't let your neck, back, joint, or nerve pain slow you down from doing all the things you love. It's time to reclaim your active lifestyle. Call our friend Dr. Jay Shaw today.
And that's WHSQ 880. Used to be WCBS.
Sciatica and nerve pain. Procedures involve no cuts, no scars, no incisions or downtime.
Call Dr. Jay Shaw to take a non-surgical approach to precise image-guided procedures without pain medications. Enjoy life pain-free. Same day and next day appointments available.
Go to SamWellPain.com. Put an end to your pain and suffering today. Why wait any longer? Make your appointment with Dr. Jay Shaw. Go to SamWellPain.com.
Now, regain your active lifestyle and enjoy all of your favorite activities pain-free. Samuel Payne now has 3 convenient locations in Woodbridge, Livingston, and the brand new office in Englewood to serve Bergen County.
Visit SamWellPain.com. You wish you met Dr. Jay Shaw a lot sooner. Most major insurances are accepted.
Fanatics Fest return to New York City this summer, and it's taking place at the Javits Center from Friday, June 20th to Sunday, June 22nd. At Fanatics Fest,
I'm going to go fast through this, and then I'm going to bring out the C crane and do a quick band scan. So I think I'm going to do that because you're not going to get much on this one.
as well as the trading cards and collectibles area. Tickets are available now at fanaticsfest.com. Look for announcements on their website and sources.
Side. And law enforcement, it's not correct what she's saying, AOC.
WABC 770.
You can't. You have to schedule some appointment. You can say, hi, it's 2 in the morning, I'm doing a check. I demand to be in here. That's not the way it works. And they know it, and we know it. The question is, and it's interesting that they dropped the charges against Raz Baraka. Now, I don't know all the circumstances. I know what they were accusing him of. But maybe they feel like, hey, let's at least focus on the more serious target and not get caught.
There's nowhere to leave children. There's certainly the numbers that they have.
WOR 710.
Reckless for anybody to go forward with a deal unless the Gazans are relocated. Where, Malcolm? Are they talking about that in Doha?
So they're definitely talking about that, and more than half of the people in Gaza have indicated they would like to be relocated outside the country. Israel certainly has said and has facilitated for people who need medical treatment, other urgent needs to help them.
Oh, be nice. She's okay. I like her. She's okay. I love her raspy voice. Be nice.
Like Iraq, Libya, plenty of room, could absorb a lot of people, even on interim basis. It's estimated it will take.
That's my Polish princess he's talking about.
Implement the dream policy that the president has, that he continues to read.
I'm telling you.
Hamas. Number 2, disarms Hamas and its supporters.
All right, WOR. Let's go.
I don't know if that has anything to do with it, or but maybe not Judge has it behind it. But I mean, he's better that there's even with or without Judge. And I think
so 660 WFAN.
Mental, he's all whacked out. I mean, I don't know how he was like this with the. I didn't see him like this with the Yankees. I mean, and
honestly, with the Yankees, I was telling his ass to stop running in the outs. Judge is coming up. He couldn't stay first a couple times.
Right, and Great, folks. That would be great to get some answers. So here, when he's saying about the gifts, Juan Machado, remember, when he was
WFCA.
This guy had to.
570.
Any man with any integrity, any honesty, as a judge, would have.
That's pretty much it for that one. I'm gonna turn that off. Let me unplug it. And let me do something right here. Let me unplug this guy, get this guy out of the way. Hopefully I don't knock over anything else and ruin the stream. Let me take this guy out of here. Excuse me. I need to get the plug for the, where's the plug? Let me be careful over here. I'm gonna plug this here. Run the wire. Let me put the wire right here. And right here is the, bam. Of course, no external tin on this one because I am going to use the ferrite. Let's hear the difference. Let me focus down here a little bit. Do a band scan on this. Gonna do a band scan on this. Let me turn on this light. Let me see. I want to get some brightness in here. Yeah, do a band scan on this. Of course, this one has the twin coil. You can put it in the normal position or the twin coil fine tuning on medium wave. Okay, so you can fine tune on medium wave. Let me go to the top of the band, and I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get a beer. I got a beer in the refrigerator. I'll be right back, and then I'll do a band scan on this. Give me a couple of minutes. Be right back. Gotta get a brewski. All right, there we go. I'm a little thirsty. I'm a little thirsty right now. This one, that's a good price. If you can get this for about $50, that's a good price. That's a good price. All right, let me just clean the can here before I crack it open, and then we'll do the band scan. Gonna be a big difference between that old radio and this one. Of course, this is the analog, no DSP chip. This is the original EP. I paid around $65, and I believe it was $65 and change total on eBay for this one. All right, let me take a sip here. Oh yeah, here we go. Okay, let me move this external connect antenna away from there. All right, let's fire it up. Of course, I'm gonna have it on voice. Ooh. Let me put it on voice. You got music, you got voice. All right, I'm gonna put it on voice. No trouble, everything's fine.
maybe top five. I think with Carter coming into the defense, he would add his element prepared for it. And comes from those early, and you can add Carter at the end.
Let me try something. I'm gonna turn off the screen right here above me. Let me turn off the screen. And turn off that screen. Maybe turn off this light. Yeah. All right.
Might have this year if everybody can stay healthy.
What kind of great house for the Giants side, and also a reporter for the Giants broadcast.
Let me turn on this light for a minute. So the twin coil. Let me grab the handle. Right now it's in a normal position. But if you want to fine tune, then you do this. Okay. Basically, it's like upper sideband, lower sideband. So you can go this direction or away from it this direction, and that's it. Okay. You know, I usually leave it on normal because I already know the band. I leave it on normal. But if you have to fine tune it, you do a little bit. That's it. I don't really, you know. And that station right now, I believe that's in Syracuse. I believe it. You know, I hear that. I got a lot of noise in here, so it's not the best spot for this radio, for any radio. So. Yes, it's very noisy. I mean, I could try something else, but I could try something else. However, it's going to take me a few minutes. If I do an external, I'll medium wave. I could do it, but I'm going to need, let me see what I'm going to need. I'll tell you right now what I'm going to need. Let me see what I'm going to need right now. I need a couple of adapters. I have them over there. Let me see. I'm going to try something. I should try it. I really don't want to do it. I try. You know what? I'll try it. Because I should have been at those stations I should get. So the fact that I'm getting too much noise, maybe I use an external. Oops, sorry. I'll be right back. Let me get an adapter from the boiler room. I want to do this. I want to try this thing out. So I need a couple of things. So I know which one I need. I need this guy. I need this guy right here from the I'll show you. I'm gonna put it right here. Look. So I need an adapter for this. You can never have enough adapters, believe me. So let me do something here. I think I got this. See, I got this because this needs this. This radio only takes this. This is a standoff, but it's a BNC. I'm gonna put this here. Now I got an SMA to SO239, and I'm good. So now I got it right here. Let me see. Oh man, let me see. SMA to SO239. Hold up. I got the wire around there. I just saw it the other day. I got it around there somewhere. I know I got it around somewhere. I'm gonna have to do something here. Let me see. Around there somewhere. Oh, not this one. Not this one. I got this, bro. I got this, bro. I got it, bro. I got it right here. I got it right here, bro. Oh, no, not this one. Jesus Christ, Danny. Yeah, you gotta buy those. You gotta buy those, all those sets. You gotta buy them, bro. You gotta buy them. You gotta buy them. You gotta buy them. I got it. I got it right here. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I just need a regular SMA wire. Okay, so let me put this here. I'm showing you what I'm gonna do. Here we go. Here we go. All right. Here we go. I got one. And that goes to the switch. And then this is the other end. So I got a little SMA wire. I'll be right back and I'm good to go. See, I got it, bro. I got this. Yeah, because it's too noisy over here. So I'm going to use external. There you go, SMA. Pigtail. Bam, I got it. All right, let me hook this up. Before I do that, I got to hook up those two wires to the back of the radio. Hello, Joseph Mankis. Is still made in the USA. I think they are made in, I believe some of them are made in China. I don't know. It's a good question. Well, we'll see about now because, of course, this is the red one. What one goes in there? I hate doing this like this. Oh my God. I hate these. I really don't like these connectors, but this is old school. There you go. Now I got to switch this to external. There's a switch right there, internal, external. Now it's on external, you see? External. And now we got all this connected to my end fade. I'm going to connect this to the end fade. So let me turn this around. I'm going to try with external. And the only reason why I'm doing it because it's too noisy in here. And then let me get the other end of the cable. Let me just get this right here, put it right here, without knocking everything over, especially my beer. You don't want to knock a beer on the desk. No, let's remember, get the beer out of here. Beer's going on the floor. Excuse me, get out of here. All right, and now we go, we got it. So we all connected, you see, all connected. All right, so now let me close this down. Let me lower the volume here.
an update on the ongoing hurricane recovery in the mountains.
Now, is there going to be overload? I don't know. I don't know if there's going to be overload. So, I mean, I never done this one before with the external. So let's see.
Another $891 million.
Definitely overloading.
After welcome the quick turnaround, you know, they had these long layoffs before the playoffs because you had the play-in tournament, and then they had a long layoff because they swept Memphis as they waited for Denver, who played a 7-game series.
Yeah, it's overloading. Wow. It's overloading. Yeah, it's overloading. Wow.
I can't wait to see I think they're ready.
Because, you know, 80 feet of wire. He's overloading the hell out of it on the upper band.
Into the series with the Timberwolves. So I think
collision the Brooklyn Bridge is under investigation. A Mexican tall ship was too tall to clear under the bridge. So many out enjoying the weekend saw it happen and recorded as mass of the Mexican training ship collapsed and crumbled. The NTSC is on the scene. 2 sailors on the ship were killed, others hurt, a couple critically. Now that Kathy is off the stand after 4 days of testimony, reality star Dawn Richards was sworn in. She was in Bad Boys record group Vanity Kane, a group the rap mogul produced on the TV show Making the Band. She also has stories to tell about Sean Diddy Combs.
So that's the Black Information Network.
Testimony, not as graphic and
1610, that's Toronto. So that's what I think is Toronto. That's what they pay. CHHA. Let me go to 1690, see if I can get WPTX.
It's unrealistic to think that they, you know,
No one.
Moving on, so
Now, sanctions made by India's all by line.
Yes, overloading.
644-894-5900.
There you go, James. WPTX. All right, WPTX, Lexington Park, Maryland.
There's still wrinkles to iron out, and the so-called big beautiful bill, even after a rare weekend vote. After really clear, they're breezy, around 50 degrees.
The players around the Rangers players. When you listen to the world's possession over and over and over. Usually it's
After the event round, this particular
From New Jersey Campaign Committee. It comes after these.
Yeah, hold a little while.
Alan Etter. The three boys were serving their sentences at a facility in Pennsylvania contracted by the D.C. Department of Youth Rehabilitation Service. Last night, Metropolitan Police were notified they had escaped and had stolen a red Land Rover. Police were able to load the license.
If you have symptoms, contact a doctor. I'm so glad I did. Visit NoTimeToWait.com. Sponsored by Bristol Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
The bet 1520.
Buffalo.
Let's get back to the madness. It's BetMGM tonight after dark with Ryan Horvath. BetMGM tonight after dark.
There you go. WWKB out of Buffalo, New York. WFED out of Washington, D.C.
That are great in the district. Mike Murillo, WTOP.
5 generations over the decades, including with its flagship show, Sesame Street. The iconic family program and learning ground for kids is now getting a new home.
More sunny days
Internal.
on Sesame Street, thanks to a streaming deal with
External.
Netflix. The children's program with stars like Big Bird and the Grouch.
That's a 1280. Es la muy buena o la buena, whatever it's called.
La exitosa 98.7. Tranquilo, Bobby, tranquilo. Regresamos más pronto que lo que el Keurig hace el cafecito.
Here's comedians and Skechers getting comfortable. Presented by hands-free Skechers Slip-In.
Hey, I'm Bobby Slayton. I'm here with my pal, comedian, and Skechers ambassador, Mr. Howie Mandel.
Why did it take so long to invent something as amazing as Slip-Ins?
Maybe because all the inventors...
That's 1190 WLIB.
You know, like pet rocks and selfie sticks. Of course,
La exitosa.
important inventions.
When I knew I don't even get
WWV out of West Virginia.
Men, women, and kids. In all your favorite Skechers styles, from sneakers to challenging hour. The word of prophecy broadcast. And I'm Brother Ray Frank.
Nation. Sandals deserve the best technology. We've come a long way, Bobby, as a society.
Yeah, well, speak for yourself, Howie. And by the way, you can find Skechers Slip-Ins at a Skechers store.
Actually, 1180. I'm 1180, I believe.
Stylish footwear is sold. Is your holy Bible. Praise God, and I pray the Lord today will give you
I believe that's 1170.
prophetic message sent by Holy Ghost anointing. I begin a series of broadcasts
1170 out of West Virginia. I believe this is it.
Versions of the Bible. And I begin with a scripture directly from your holy Bible as found in 2 Timothy chapter 4, verses 3 and 4. For the time will come when they shall not endure sound doctrine, but after their own lust shall they heap to themselves teachers, having itching ears, and they shall turn away their ears from the truth. And
this radio, I'm going to say it is picking up the signal very good. However, it's so noisy in here, it's still doing it. I would love to take this radio outside and do a Bandscan outside. I'm going to do that soon. I want to do a live stream outside with this radio at night with batteries. Because I think this radio, I'm hearing it loud and clear.
teachers, they would have itching ears. They wanted their ears tickled, and they'd turn away.
Even with an MLA 30, it will be interesting.
That would preach them a fable, a pleasing story that was not true. Well, today I begin a series of messages entitled, for at least 10 days, entitled Perversions of the Bible. And that is a warning here of what's happening here.
I'm using internal right now.
Which is under severe attack. And that is changing the Bible. That's always been the I think, the most subtle attempt the devil.
It sounds like it's local.
Generation is the one he's pulled on.
Indeed, in the background, looking, I think the Senate would probably confirm her selection as the U.S. attorney, even though obviously she's controversial because of her background with Fox News.
So she has 120 days in office. Is that right?
Is it Bloomberg 1130?
Some people think, and Senator Durbin raised the question of whether her appointment was illegal, that perhaps the Attorney General can only have one interim appointment, and after that time, her appointment.
We're here early before they wake up. We stay late, we stay informed, we invest in the latest technology.
We take the time to train the next generation of doctors and nurses. We work together to make sure we heal their bodies and their minds.
We do this not because it's our job, but because this is about our veterans' lives. This is our mission. More than 300,000 of us working as one, together with families and loved ones. No matter where they live in this country,
WBT out of Charlotte, North Carolina. That's 1110, I believe.
I've never been able to think too far ahead because I like to just do one step at a time. When every practice, when every workout, when every day off. I think that's how we're all thinking because we know that's what creates great teams.
Gabby, tonight.
Thank you, Gabby.
All right, thanks, Gabby. We appreciate you. All right, there we go. Gabby Williams.
ESPN 1050.
17 points tonight.
Is insured by NCUA.
It's Lakeside with Dan Ray on WBZ, Boston's News Radio.
All right, let's go to Matt.
WBZ out of Boston.
Lakeside, how are you?
10:30.
Little tough ass to call. I got one guy calling from the southbound Garden State. And then the next guy knocking out one lane, and delays are starting to mount.
10-10 wins.
George Washington Bridge lower level is closed, heading to the New York side. So the upper level, it is for everyone. If you're using the upper level heading back to New Jersey, here's what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. They knocked out 2 right lanes, so you have bigger delays on the Cross Bronx because of that. Plus, you have delays on the Cross Bronx because there's road work on the Cross Bronx as you pass Webster Avenue. Southbound Deegan passing the Marshalloo has volume due to road work, and the West Side Highway right around West 96th Street traveling southbound, there's road work delays there, but there's also northbound road work delays on the FDR right around 72nd Street. Look out for delays on the Queensboro Bridge, upper level heading towards Manhattan. They knocked out a lane there.
Yeah, the internal's working fine. I think it was the upper portion of the band. But then, I think also because I'm going to say this radio probably took a little bit of warm up. Now it's fine.
They're heading to the ramps to bring you onto the Belt Parkway. Next report, 11:01. Andre Ferro, 10-10 wins on 92.3 FM.
Now the AccuWeather 4-day forecast in a moment.
Now would be a great time to clean out your garage and donate that old car to Cars for Kids.
Current rollover policies. Early physical gold could position your portfolio for maximum growth. Call Premier Gold at 606-800-8000. Call 606-800-8000 now. Premier Gold is not a financial advisor. Please consult with your advisor before investing. Call 606-800-8000.
Time is running out. Are you ready for the adventure of a lifetime this summer? Join me, Mike Gallagher, along with Larry Elder on the Patriots Alaska Cruise, August 16th through the 23rd. This is your chance to
970 the answer.
While engaging in exclusive conversations about
وإن تخفوها وتؤتوها الفقراء فهو خير لكم ويكفر عنكم من سيئاتكم والله بما تعملون خبير ليس عليك هداهم ولكن الله يهدي من يشاء وما تنفقوا من خير فلأنفسكم وما تنفقون إلا ابتغاء وجه الله وما تنفقوا من خير
That's 9:30. They play ethnic stuff there, programming.
The wings improve throughout the season.
WHSQ
already you're trying to build a squad. You get a high draft pick. It's going to take some time. And, we'll talk a little bit later about Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese and everything that happened this weekend. I was watching that game Saturday, and I thought Caitlin Clark had a great rookie year. Courtney, she looked like she was in the gym all season because there was a substantial step taken on her end where she not only just looked like a good player, she looked like she was...
Que l'autre me confirme que lui aussi il aime. C'est peut-être pas tant l'émotion positive que je suis en train d'exprimer, c'est peut-être ma peur en dessous.
Oui, mais des fois aussi des gens qui ont au niveau de leur tempérament, tu sais, on dirait que quand j'entends des gens qui sont intenses.
CJBC out of Ontario. Canada. That's Canada. I did notice WNYE hasn't been. I don't know if they reduced power or something. I know they were suffering from the cutback. Remember, that's an NPR station, and I don't know if it's if you can hear it. Right now, it's not picking it up, or because I don't know what station that is. 800. I mean, it could be WNYC, but I don't know. I have to. I noticed that the last couple of days or so.
Buying a veteran's a Made in America flag.
Okay, there you go.
They have plans start at just $25 a month. You don't need Verizon, AT&T, or T-Mobile. Pure Talk has everything you need,
Right?
and Pure Talk cares about America. Pick up your phone. Dial pound 250 and say Jesse Kelly. Pound 250, say Jesse Kelly. Take you 10 minutes. And now,
Well, it is fascinating information. Nadine Ismail is a senior fellow with the Fraser Institute on how long we wait to get medical coverage. I can't wait for the Nadine Ismail book on how to grow.
Yeah. So this is the station.
never recover after major U.S.
You can see this thing. It's just
The
wonderful.
CKLW, I believe.
It's like it brings like a aura of peace about you.
He disgraces their memory.
Of course, this is
When he
WABC.
Anything Mr. Trump, Nazis and fascists. He's a disgrace. This guy should just go away somewhere.
Yeah, you know what? I agree. Timpon, you're right, as you appropriately called him. I actually think you're correct because they throw away this word. They throw it around, the word Gestapo and Nazis. It is a disgrace to those who really endured the whole.
Thank you, Kenny. Thanks, Bill Baker. Next week, ladies and gentlemen, our guest, the eminent Shakespearean actor and star of Hamlet, Maurice Evans. Thanks a lot for joining us.
Thank you for listening. Tomorrow night is Dimension X, followed by The Bakersfield. Thanks to Paul Stringer and Joel Sholwell with technical support. The executive producer for Theater of the Mind.
Zuma Radio, 740, out of Toronto, Canada.
On Zuma Radio. I'm Frank Carter. Have a great night. This is Zuma Radio Toronto. CFZM FM and CFZM AM. Owned and operated by NZ Media Incorporated.
And now the purple dust of twilight finds
So the old time radio show just finished, and this is is it Ziggy? Anyway, yeah. Now it's music.
You wander down the lane and
charged a sitting lawmaker during his second term. No word of other House members present at the May 10th confrontation. Rob Menendez Jr. and Bonnie Watson Coleman will also face charges. New Jersey transit trains start rolling again.
Oh, they're gonna arrest the ones that bum rush the ICE jail. Oh boy, that's gonna be nice. Stop messing with ICE. You people out there that keep blocking them from doing their job. I want to see the cuffs on this. I'm not gonna say any more about it. But she was in there bum rushing, like a running back. If I would have done that, I would have been under the jail. So finally, they're gonna arrest the other two.
Another innocent bystander has been shot dead.
Great.
The shooting happened Sunday in Fort.
Action had consequences. I don't care if you're a congresswoman or not. You don't fuck with ICE. Don't fuck with ICE. And there you go.
And 57-year-old Kevin Jennings.
I want to see them in cuffs.
Around behind the walker he used.
Oh
His
boy, it's
death
gonna
came
happen
less than
now.
a week after 16-year-old Yvette Jeffrey was also shot in the head.
Yeah, teach them a lesson. Stop messing with ICE. These people, they think they're above the law. Going into that Newark jail and try to bum rush the gate. And they already arrested the mayor, so now they got to arrest the other ones. The running back, MacGyver, whatever the fucking name is.
Some of the damage that it caused.
Chief Mike Myers adds their job is to also protect the people of New York. The
fucking lord ass.
TSB, which says a preliminary report will be released within 30 days.
Lord ass big mouth. I would have been one of them agents. I would have slammed her into the ground. I swear to God. She would have hit me like that. I would have slammed her into the ground, cuffed that right there, cuff her on the floor. Bam-o. Don't fuck around with ICE. Let them do their job. Stay the fuck away from them. Shit, their job is hard enough as it is, and you're gonna go fucking bum rushing them? Are you kidding me?
Welcome! The big shot of the night is brought to you by me, Keith McPherson.
WFAN 660.
Right, big city. We got a bunch of big shots. Tonight's big shot can't come from the Mets game. The Mets lost. Let's go back to Sunday Night Baseball in the Subway Series. Belly be ballin'. Cody Bellinger. He can play left field. He can play center.
I called it about that too. Right? Juan Soto went to the Mets. Who the Yankees pick up? Corey Bellinger. Goldschmidt. And they're hitting. They're doing well. They haven't missed a beat. Perfect. And save $700 million in the process.
Did actually homer. He had that one hit, that ribby, worked the walk, had that throw into Volpe, the relay, and then
I'm so happy that she's gonna get arrested. Oh, I want to see them in cuffs. I want to see that woman in cuffs.
This guy has hated the Mets since his dad was a Yankee.
Star of the show. Yeah.
WSNR.
Mr. Jackie Gleason.
We should lobby to have that, decreed all across the land.
I think we should. Yeah, well, maybe I know who to ask.
Yes.
renaming everything.
I'll sign right here. Let's put the piece of paper in front. And there you go.
Stick a piece of paper in front of him and he'll sign anything.
There you go.
Tony was a Clinton White House intern. She knew enough of the inner workings
WFCA 570.
to be a star witness during the Clinton impeachment trials. She was brutally executed at a Starbucks she was managing in 1997. In 1993, White House counsel Vince Foster was found dead in Fort Marcy Park near D.C. Plans for bank fraud at the Fort Worth Federal Medical Center in Texas.
And you're like, yeah.
In the Bronx.
We're keen on an emergency. The emergency looks to have started around the 16th middle of the month.
Continue talking about the arrest of this Democrat, LaMonica MacGyver, who was at that Newark ICE facility melee/protest. Remember, it was May 9th. And then there have been other protests since, but you see on the videotape, it looks like she's checking, pounding almost on an ICE agent, and they are now charging her with assault. That's a very, very big deal.
Yeah,
also,
baby!
This is scary, that a departing Republic Airlines plane had a near miss with a taxiing United jet plane due to an apparent controller flub, and it happened just recently at LaGuardia Airport. We've heard so many problems at Newark and also LAX, also issues at T.
This is what I'm talking about, folks. They got the right to protest. You got the right to protest all you want. But when you start bum rushing and start swinging at law enforcement, there's going to be consequences. I'm glad that we got Alina Habba as a New Jersey state attorney. You see what I'm saying? Now we're going to get results. You don't lay a hand on officers. That's it. You know, even if she gets charged, she goes through the system. She probably got to pay some court fees and all that. Teach them a lesson. Now you cannot go around bum rushing law enforcement and take a swinging at them. I saw the video. Everybody's seen the video. She took a swing at them. She's bum rushing them. She's pointing in the face of one of the female ICE officers. You know? No. You see now, you know what they say? Fuck around, you find out. That's what happened now. Now you're going to go through the system. And she ain't going to do this again. And it's going to discourage others from not doing this. That's why she needs to be arrested. End the story.
He's also the author of a new legal thriller, FDR Drive, a crime novel. It's out tomorrow, and we'll get to that. But we start here. You are back in the middle of a political firestorm.
Yeah, or walking on the beach with my wife, so I don't know.
Oh my God. Man, actually had consequences, folks.
Chances of that game against Philadelphia, they probably.
I don't know what's going on with NYC, excuse me. I'm going to lower this down. I'm going to bring my little radio over here. What's going on with 820? What's going on with 820? Let's find out. Okay, it's right there. Oh, that's weird. All of his music. That's all of his music. I'm gonna let it play for a while, see what happens. But remember, this is NPR station, and remember, NPR station. They're getting now, of course. Uh, After midnight is the BBC World Service. So no, this is the NPR portion right now. NPR is during the day, but after midnight it becomes the BBC World Service. I mean, I was hearing it last night, but it was kind of weak. Wow. This radio is super sensitive.
We are headed for an amazing.
Remember the Arabic music? 9:30. See? So right now they're playing. Right now it's Arabic at 9:30. This is ethnic. Sometimes it's Russian. Sometimes they have different languages. So.
And so it's very hard for me when I
Because that's
write
the
a day
answer. Let me go back to the. Yeah, it's just playing that music. You can't pick the station up? WNYC?
The test was not so good either. In other words, there are things going on that the public.
Vector sits in the chat with my new just arrived SH the 808. Oh, nice. James Paul, yeah, but it's really weak at night. Wow. I have to look into that. And also PBS. I believe I heard something on the radio that I think one of the cable channels is gonna buy the rights to Sesame Street. I believe, if I heard that correctly. Somebody can confirm that and tell me. So I know Sesame Street, I believe, is going to a cable channel. Let me try that, James. 93.9, right? Let me see, 90 FM. Yep, same thing. Yeah, Netflix. Okay, yeah, that's right, Netflix. Thank you, James. That's right. So yeah, Netflix. So that's WNYC, NPR station. Right now, so well, I guess I'm gonna have to wait till midnight and see if the BBC World Service comes on. Because I heard it last night. I heard BBC World Service last night, but it wasn't that strong. It was very weak. All right. Yeah, well, it doesn't sound like a good thing, but it was their own doing, you know. It was their own doing. When you're getting tax dollars, when you federally subsidize NPR, they need to call it down the middle, not be a lefty propaganda channel. And that's what happened to NPR. And that's what happened to NPR. They were lefty propaganda, and it finally caught up to them. And that's it. That's what happened. And to be honest, nothing is stopping them from going commercial. There's a lot of radio stations out there that are commercial, and they don't take tax dollars. You know, so they're gonna have to get funding from somebody else, maybe one of these billionaires.
Her own instruments, the cello, and occasionally her voice.
Okay.
Drummers, Shane Shanahan, Matt Kilmer, and this is a very famous example of a piece in.
So it's just a programming, I know. So I guess it's just some kind of programming.
For how many instruments or what
Yeah.
position of instruments should be represented.
I was wondering why that music.
Entirely up to the performers. In this case, my advisor.
Yeah, so I guess they're not off the air yet. All right, well, now we know they're not off the air yet.
Although, even there are moments in Maya's version.
I thought they would just play music all the time now, and they were just no more programming, but that's programming. They're still programming.
Also moments really kind of rocking. I mean, it's just a very personal and very welcome addition to the huge amount of.
So they're okay right now. Oh, okay, they're fine. Yeah. Anyway, that's what happens, like I said, I I'm gonna say I voted for this. I voted for this because you know what? This shouldn't happen. Same thing with PBS. They should not promote certain agendas. Don't ruin it for the kids, and that's what they did. They ruined it. Sesame Street was a perfect example. Joseph NPR couldn't make it against regular commercial stations unless they. Yeah, well, exactly. Serious changes. Because we had something like that before. Here in New York City, we had something. There was a station called Air America that tried that. It was all lefty. They tried it back in 2000 and it was like in 2004 or something. I forgot what year. I remember listening to it, Air America, and it failed. It didn't even last a year. I think it was a year, not even a year. I remember Air America, and it failed. Uh, for whatever reason, it failed. You know, so well, they're gonna have to figure something out. I think eventually somebody's just gonna buy them. Somebody's just gonna buy it, and privatize it, buy it, and so be it. Because the problem is, you know, uh, of course, that can change in 4 years if the next president is a Democrat and decides, oh, we're gonna reverse executive orders, and then they'll bring them back. But by then they'll be dead. They'll be dead at the doornail, whatever you want to call it. So they need to figure out if somebody's gonna buy them, basically. But the problem is that if you're getting federally subsidized, they need to call it down the middle, and they haven't done that for many, many years. I'm surprised they got away with it this long. Really. Nobody ever decided, you know what? Yeah. Oh, so you remember, yeah, Air America, they went bankrupt and they tried to come back. After they returned, they went bankrupt again. Yeah. Yeah, I remember Air America. Rachel Maddow was there. They had that guy from Public Enemy, Chuck D. I remember Chuck D. And with the other guy, the other woman, the one that used to be another one that used to be with Rachel Maddow. It had a couple of people, but it was at that time it was just Bush bashing. All they did was bash Bush. When every program sounds the same, it gets old. So that's why it didn't last. Anyway, I'm gonna sign off now. Everybody, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Have a good night. Take care, everybody. And thank you for watching.